There's an all-new 2025 Subaru Forester that went on sale just last year, and Subaru is already adding more variants to the mix. Before we get into what's new, do us a favor, hit those like and subscribe buttons below to get all of our latest content. First up is the Forester Hybrid, which is the first for this compact SUV, at least in the US. There was another hybrid that was sold in other markets, but yeah, sadly, we were left out. This new parallel hybrid packs a 2.5-liter horizontally opposed boxer 4-cylinder engine that pairs with 2 electric motors that are fed by a 1.1 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery pack that's somewhere between the back seats and the trunk. All-wheel drive is standard, but unlike some other hybrids, it features a mechanically coupled system instead of a separate electric motor just for the rear axle. Now, if that sounds familiar, it's because it's the same powertrain that we covered in the Crosstrek that was just shown a few weeks ago. A continuously variable transmission with 6 simulated gear shifts sends 194 horsepower to all 4 of those wheels, which beats the non-hybrid Forester's 180 horsepower. Besides the hybrid badging, there's not a whole lot to distinguish this model from the standard non-hybrid. They're both more blocky and substantial looking than the previous 5th generation. Personally, I like it, but I can't help but see a Ford Explorer underneath just trying to get out. Is it just me? Let us know in the comments below. There is one exclusive color for the hybrid, and it's called Daybreak Blue, and it can also be combined with this contrasting black roof like this one has. Now, Subarus typically have an edge over rivals when it comes to off-roading, and that's likely the case with this Forester Hybrid. It has the X mode drive setting for light to moderate terrain and 8.7 inches of ground clearance, which is a smidge taller than the Honda CR-V's 8.2 inches. On the inside, there's not a whole lot to distinguish this hybrid from the standard non-hybrid Forester. You do get this digital instrument panel with a small little inset for the power flow with the hybrid system, but that's about it. You also get this 11.6-inch infotainment touchscreen, and Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are both wireless. Also included with the new Forester is the newest version of Subaru's EyeSight suite of advanced safety features. Now, this time around, you're not really getting a lot of new features, but they are a little quicker to respond and will operate in more challenging conditions. Unlike some hybrids, this Forester doesn't have its battery pack that's intruding into the cargo, so the capacity is exactly the same as the standard Forester. Now, we kind of breezed over a lot of the details that I usually throw into my reviews, but we already have a full review on the standard Forester, so check that out when you have some time. And we don't have pricing available just yet, but we should have them closer to its on sale date, which is coming up this spring. Half a year later, however, this goes on sale. The 2026 Subaru Forester Wilderness. Now, just to clear up any confusion, there is a 2025 Wilderness model that is being sold currently, but it's a carryover of the last generation. This one is based on the new Forester. Compared to the standard and hybrids, the Wilderness model increases ground clearance to 9.3 inches, tosses in an upgraded suspension, and some all-terrain tires. Under the hood is a standard 2.5-liter boxer 4-cylinder engine that's good for 180 horsepower and 178 pound-feet of torque. It also gets some upgraded cooling systems for more demanding work. With all of these enhancements, tow capacity increases from 3,000 to 3,500. You also get more serious drive modes for various conditions and off-roading. And you also get these shorter overhangs, so you'll be less likely to damage any body parts when you come back from your adventures. Now, it's not what you need for rock crawling, but it is a lifesaver in deep snow and more challenging terrain that'll generally cripple a lesser SUV. Up top, we have this raised roof rack that can support up to 800 pounds when parked. And that should be plenty for your basic overlanding gear. And when you're moving, it maxes out at 176 pounds. Helping to differentiate it from the rest of the lineup are these copper accents that are unique to the Wilderness. Now, as you notice, this roof rack is pretty tall. I'm 5'10", and yeah, it's a full reach up there. Thankfully, there's a little step just on the inside of the door here that makes it a lot easier. On the inside, it comes with this really nice StarTex animal-free upholstery, and it has a nice durable feel to it and some really cool embossing. Otherwise, you also get these copper accents on the inside and some really rugged-looking floor mats. Well, now that we have a more complete picture of the 6th generation Subaru Forester, which one are you interested in? Does the Wilderness model's rugged capability draw you in? Or is it the hybrid's undeniable efficiency? Or do you just stick with the standard Forester? Let us know in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons below. That way you'll see our drive impressions, hopefully in a few months, so we'll see you there.